If I wore a tote bag, wired headphones, had a film camera in one hand and a book, preferably classic, in the other, you would probably find me performative, right? Although I don't think this performative trend is such a big deal as it was a few months ago, it's still real. And we still think of certain people as performative. Recently, I saw a video on Instagram about how performative gaming is starting to be a thing and how prices of Nintendo's DS and PSPs are starting to go up as people buy them, personalize them, and basically make them the next aesthetic pop culture item. I remember that I thought, yeah, that sucks for the retro gaming community. Because while people who are genuinely interested in these game gadgets are going to have a harder time finding them and affording them, the people who are there just for the aesthetics will sell them out, make the prices spike up, and yeah, will kind of destroy this very niche hobby. But then again, doesn't this sudden interest in gaming consoles, cameras, and other old gadgets say something about the state of the society and the world right now? Isn't Gen Z and Gen Alpha, for what I know, they're still kids, right? Fed up with technology? Isn't performativeness a result of a society oversaturated with digitalization? Let's take a look at that. When you search the term performative on YouTube, the first videos to come up are about performative males, readers, weird girls, which that one just skipped me, performative influencers, activists, clean girls. Basically anything can be seen as performative, and don't get me wrong, most of these trends, yeah, people just do them for the likes and views. However, I am upset that when I take a book outside, wear wired headphones, draw in public, I will probably be seen as performative person, and I will think of myself as performative as well. No one cares that people in their 20s, fed up with the little opportunities they get in a world that fucks them over every single day, are just trying to stop and instead of forward, go backwards. To not having 5+ hours of screen time, rediscovering hobbies, enjoying traditional media, and just trying to find peace. Why is it now that when we try to go against the digitalization of everything, only saturated by capitalism, world conflicts, and insane amount of generative AI, we are seen as performers instead of as people living their life? Because should I be on my phone in a park to look like a typical 20-year-old? Or should I rather stay holed up in my room, depressed instead? Is that what we should do to not be performative? Or when I actually go to the park to read a performative book, should I dress more normal and more to fit in so that people don't think I actually read the book for performance and aesthetics? I believe that these performative hobbies, however ridiculous that might sound, are just a result of the times we live in. Most of young people feel loss of identity, are questioning everything they're doing, are questioning the importance of things that were, for generations before, extremely important, like having a job and going to university, having the right education. Now, none of it actually seems that important, and none of it seems like something you can anchor yourself towards. They are going back to the stuff they liked when they were young. Reading or using digital cameras instead of phones to kind of bring back the nostalgia from the times when everything seemed okay and carefree. Or it's just reflection of how they want to say fuck you to how the world works right now. Of course, I think we should recognize when a person is being just performative and doing it for the views or to catch a date. Is that a phrase in English? I genuinely don't think it's a phrase in Czech as well, so whatever. But we shouldn't judge as quickly, and we shouldn't think of everything that is modern as performative. Because, sometimes these things aren't performative, but maybe you are just so chronically online that you aren't really looking what are people outside doing. Sure, you could say, but it's not authentic. Could you tell me what authenticity really means? Because I can tell you that defining authenticity is shit. Just like bullshit. I don't believe you can define authenticity. Fight me in the comments. It's such a complex theme we could have debates about. For example, from my field of interest, which is art history, when is an artwork truly authentic? When an artist paints something they like? Isn't maybe their art style affected by someone else? Inspired by someone else? Another artist, teacher, did they really want to create that specific artwork? Or maybe was it a commission? Was it for some exhibition? Was it for a competition? We could attack the authenticity claims in so many ways. What I have to admit though, the performative cult on social media is problematic. It once again raises standards, warps our image of what normal looks like, and what reality should look like. We should address this. In a way, that cult puts pressure on us consumers, and then we also create this unrealistic points of view towards what is seen as performative and what is seen as normal, and it's a never-ending topic. I haven't finished this video, so this is like the last thing I have. So what did I want to say with this video? Maybe go out a bit more, look around, read. Actually, try some of these performative hobbies, but don't do them for the performance, but like out of curiosity. Maybe you'll find out you actually like it. I don't believe we should be shamed for anything, especially in these times. We should encourage each other, but we also should be true. Firstly, to ourselves, then to the world around us. And that is something performative males, readers, people cannot do, and that's where the problem actually lies. Yeah, you could fight me on any of these opinions I have. You know what? I encourage you to do so, just in a very sophisticated manner, please. Let's just be cultivated, even though we don't agree with each other. This is the least we can do. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, you can give it a like. I sometimes make videos like this, so you can give me a follow. Have a good day and see you some other time. Bye. Pew.